Hi guys. Well, I bet you weren't expecting this. I have had an email from one of my subbies who also plays Pokemon Go. Hi! Hi fellow trainer. And she has sent me this, which is oh my gosh, my battery's dying. Which is a Pokemon Go tag challenge for November. Yeah. I will keep this as brief as I can. I will not make this an hour and a half long video like I did with my 10 crafty questions. So, honestly, I don't know. Look, see, we're not even going to last that long. 1 second, let me get this sorted. Okay, back. See, my phone died whilst we were videoing. I've just found the charger, put it on charge, and it's up at 57%. Annoying. Oh look, there's a coughing. You guys want to see how I curveball? I'm not sure if that's one of the questions, but anyway. Well, that were good, weren't it? Nothing ever goes to plan on camera. Right, let's get started. And I've caught this. I think that's my first one. No, it's not my first catch of the day. I've already done that today then, right. Yeah, so, question 1 of the Pokemon Go tag challenge is, what level are you on? I am on level 38. There we go, guys. Look at that. Oh god, this phone. Impressive. Question number 2. What team are you on? Team Mystic. Blue team. Blue's my favourite colour. But yes, Team Mystic we are on. I am on. I say we because this was originally Taylor's game and then he stopped playing. I took it over. And then when I said, okay, you can use my old phone to play the game yourself, he ended up on Team Valor because he likes the colour red. Red's his favourite colour. So, traitor. Anyway, number 3. What was your Pokemon starter? Well, mine was actually a Bulbasaur. However, unfortunately, it got deleted by mistake. But I do still have, you'll have to excuse the fuzzy lines, this camera doesn't like filming other devices. However, I do still have, when I find it, my 3 original, what I call main Pokemon. I have my Pikachu, my very first Pikachu. We have been playing this game since it was first released here in the UK, which was on the 14th, I believe. No, actually, I think it was on the 13th or the 14th of July 2016. Yeah, 16, whatever. Yeah, 2016. Which was actually Taylor's birthday. Taylor's birthday's on the 14th of July, so I downloaded it on my phone as a birthday thing, saying, right, it's not a birthday present, but we're going to play Pokemon Go. Taylor's dream was always to be a Pokemon master. So this game brought that to life for him, and he loved it. We played it the whole 6-week holidays. I couldn't get him off my phone, and then he went back to school and lost interest. I took over. And on the 3rd of August 2016, we caught our very first Pikachu. We went hunting for this Pikachu because one of my friends had said, oh, I caught one up such place, so we went looking for it and found it. So yeah, but yeah, so we caught our first Pikachu, and I named him Ash. I know, so childish. And then I'm not quite sure when and what order they came in. Well, actually, the next one would have been what's it called? The next one would have been Onyx. Wait, 14th of February 2017. we caught our first Onyx, and I called it Brock. And then, when they finally released the babies, the Pokemon babies, and it was a pure accident, when they released the Pokemon babies, we got a Togepi. I believe I hatched it. Did we hatch it? Oh no, I caught it. No, oh yes, I did catch it. We got our first little Togepi, and I called it Misty, not Minxie, Misty, and then Taylor accidentally evolved it. 8th of April 2017, Taylor accidentally evolved it into a Togetic. But yeah, so I have Ash, Brock and Misty Pokemon. So yeah, but originally Bulbasaur was my starter Pokemon because we started and played the game before we knew how to do the Pikachu hack to get Pikachu. But yes, so question number 4, what is your strongest Pokemon? To be honest guys, I have absolutely no idea, because I don't play now like I used to. My strongest before would have been highly likely this one, which is a Golem, I believe. I've named it Rockstone because it has, what was it, Rock Throw Stone Edge, and when they very originally fetched the raids, gym raids in, that was the strongest one that I had then, when they first started doing the new raid, battle gym raids and stuff. So I have no idea what it is now. What is your favourite Pokemon you have? Ah. Absolutely. Nope, do it the other way, do it in number order. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. Even though Pikachu is my favourite, but absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, my favourite is... Where's she hiding? Where is she hiding? Just be easier to search for it, wouldn't it? There she is. My Lugia, Melody, and I called her Melody. Yeah, for those Pokemon fans, the names fit the films. Lugia was in Pokemon 2000, and Melody brought Lugia to life. So, well, she awoke him from his slumber. So, there you go, Melody. It had to be. Had to be. But yeah, 17th of March 2018, last year, when they brought in the raid battles, and especially the legendary raids, it took me 3 attempts, 3 raids to get Lugia. But yeah. But she's mine. So yes, my favourite Pokemon is Lugia. And I named it Melody. Pardon me. What is your username? My username is Lugia 2K17, which is Lugia 2017. It used to be 2K... Oh no, it just used to be Lugia 2K, which was Lugia 2000, because that was the movie, Pokemon 2000. Well, it wasn't the movie, but Pokemon 2000. But I swapped accounts and set up another one, and I changed my name over to that one, and then I couldn't change it back. So, yeah, I changed my nickname to that instead. But that is my nickname on Pokemon Go. Obviously it's not, goodness sake, focus, you stupid thing. Obviously it's not on social media. Question number 7. What is the riskiest thing you have done for Pokemon Go? I'm not really sure about that one. I haven't, we never, me and my mum play, Taylor as well, but predominantly me and my mum. We used to go out poke hunting, driving around the streets in the car, that sort of thing. She would drive and I'd have both phones and flicking Pokestops and dropping off in gyms and stuff like that. We haven't really done anything stupid with regards to let's go and catch this Pokemon, but I believe probably the most riskiest thing we've ever done for Pokemon Go was when they brought in the new raid system, the new gym raid system, and we had to go and meet people we didn't know, never seen before, never spoke to before, these complete strangers, and we all team up to take down these legendaries. Now, it was a brilliant idea, don't get me wrong, we made some awesome friends. We never went alone, we always went in together, we always stayed in the car until we got to know people. But yeah, the majority of the legendaries I've got now I wouldn't have if it weren't for being, like, meeting these people and going raiding with them, and predominantly adults, very, very rare there were any kids, they were predominantly adults. But then, of course, everything changed and they brought in the new researches where you can get legendaries through completing the research tasks. So the need for going out and teaming up wasn't necessary anymore. And actually, saying the riskiest thing I think we've ever done was when Lugia came out. It was snowing, and we went out 3 times to 3 different raids in the snow, which wasn't bad, it wasn't deep or anything, it was drivable, but oh my gosh were it cold, and our fingers were numb, like obviously tapping like crazy on the screens and that sort of thing, swiping like crazy, stood outside, we were in the car as well, but even that, you know, you've got to be within range of the gym, so sometimes we had to get out of the car, and there were like 20 odd of us in this group. It was easy enough to take it down, harder to catch, easy enough to take it down, but the lot of us were absolutely frozen. We were like icebergs by the time we'd finished. I didn't win any of them. Actually, no, yeah, so Lugia would have been my 4th catch. The 4th Lugia raid battle that I did to catch it, so 4, not 3, sorry. We were somewhere else, it weren't even snowing, it was just quite a pleasant evening, but I stayed in the car because I wasn't feeling so good. Mum went and stood with the others to talk to them, and I caught it whilst they were in the car. First catch as well, first ball, I was well chuffed. But yeah, the 3 raids before that, it was snowing, it was freezing. One of the raids we had Taylor with us as well, because we were actually in town, we weren't even playing the game, we was in town, and then a message popped up from the group that we were in saying, hey guys, there's a Lugia raid at such and such place, who can make it? And I'm like, well, we're only round the corner and it's in 5 minutes time, we'll be there guys. So we whipped round the corner, finished what we were doing in the shop, whipped round the corner because we were in town, and met them there, and yeah, we battled this Lugia in the snow. Of course, we were on foot because we'd parked up way over and they were round the corner. And of course, like I said, it was cold originally, but while we were still battling, it started snowing and it was freezing. We had Taylor with us and he was cold as well and bored. He weren't playing, but he was bored. And one of the people that we know opened car door and just like, come and get in here with us, lad, don't stand out there freezing cold. He immediately looked at me like, do I? I'm like, get in the car, you're fine, you're alright, we know these people now, been coming out with him for like 6 months, so you're fine, don't worry dude. But yeah, so probably the most riskiest was 3 raids in the snow, freezing cold, just to get this virtual pet. But yeah, fun times. We've had some awesome times playing this game, I tell you. Question number 8. What Pokemon are you dying to capture? Mew, definitely. Not Mew, Mewtwo, sorry. I've got Mew. Mewtwo. I wanted to complete my Pokédex. Gen 1 Pokédex. We're now on whatever, Gen 5, I think. I don't know. Mewtwo is the only one that I have missing because they brought it out in the EX raids and we never got round to getting it. We got one, both me and my mum got one EX raid pass invite, and it was to go to, it was at St Anne's in Blackpool. We'd been there the previous week for a weekend ourselves, obviously been around playing and everything, and we must just have got lucky and we got this invite for like 2 weeks after. So we actually dropped everything and went, and rearranged Taylor, like Subbie being over, Taylor coming home from school and everything, and we went, nice day, lovely. But the people there were horrible, quite literally horrible. I mean, it's just a game, for goodness sake. Us being there didn't deter from them catching it or not, or whatever. Actually, we would have helped because it were 2 extra people, but they separated into different groups. Asked us if we were there to to do the raid. We're like, yeah. He's like, all right, no problem. We're going in a couple of minutes. This is your code kind of thing. Because if you're going in groups, you can put codes in, like a Bulbasaur, a Charmander, whatever. So we did that. We got in the group with them. And halfway through battling, someone shouted, time to come, like, let's come out and do again. I didn't realise it were our group, and they all came out of that. Left me, my mum and one other person, a stranger obviously, one other person, battling in the same group on our own. We had no chance of catching it. No chance whatsoever. They all came out, had a few giggles between themselves, went back in, and they caught, you know, they got it. And I'm thinking, how childish can you get? You know, I mean, alright, we're childish playing this game anyway, so a lot of people believe. But that really annoyed me, because it's like, what was there to gain by that? That was just absolutely stupid, ridiculous, and really childish. So I told her, I'm never doing it again. Unless it's with the people we already know, I'm never doing it again. So we never got it. And then, of course, they did actually release Mewtwo into 5-star raids not long since, but we've been ill, we've been busy, we've got the grandkids, we don't play as much as we used to, yeah, so we still haven't had a chance to get it. Don't think I'll ever get it unless they do it in the research box tasks, the special ones, or I can trade someone for a Pidgey. Nikki, next time we meet up. Oh, honestly, yeah, one of my friends, Nikki, who I knew years ago. I met Nikki on Twitter actually years ago, and then obviously progressed over to Facebook and everything, and we meet up probably once a year, or we try to anyway, once a year in Manchester, because obviously we live in Lancashire, she lives in Sheffield. Manchester's like the middle ground, so we travel and we meet up there. We go playing Pokemon all day, just me, her and my mum. It's really funny. Really funny. We do a catch-up as well, but yeah, we predominantly go and play Pokemon around Manchester. We're not the only ones either. We've joined it last year when we went. We joined in quite a few raids with quite a few different people. It were really good fun. But yeah, Nikki, when we meet up, if you want to trade a Mewtwo for a Pidgey, be my guest. So, where am I? Number 9. What is the weirdest Pokemon you've seen? Probably Jinx. I don't think I've got one. I might have deleted them actually. Originally it was Jinx anyway. It's like, that is a thing of kids' nightmares, I tell you. I bet I have deleted it. Oh no, she's there. Yeah, look at that, guys. Proper scary or what? Then there is number 10. On a scale from 1 to 10, how obsessed are you with Pokemon Go? Me, I would say probably, now, I would probably say about a 4 or a 5, half and half. I turn it on every day and I have it playing, you know, while I'm at home. When I'm not using my phone for filming and stuff, when I'm at home, it's usually just there off to the side on charge with it up and going, because my phone, only the Nexus phones do this. My other phones have never done this, but the Nexus phones do. My Nexus 5 did it. This one, which is the 6P, Nexus 6P, did it. Google Pixel, so Google phones, not just Nexus, but Google Pixel did it. If I go to hotspot and I flick that on, eventually, I bet she doesn't do it now, eventually my character, my avatar, wanders. She drifts. And a lot of the time, that's Pokestop at the park at the bottom of our street, and a lot of the time she will drift down there and I can spin that here at home. Many, many, many occasions when they do the monthly, what is it, like Pokemon Day, what are they called? I forgot what they're called now. Yeah, when they do the themed events on one day, she'll drift down there. I'll put her on and I'll put the hotspot on and she drifts down there, and I can drop a lure module in that section and play while I'm at home. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, probably about a 5, a 4 or a 5, because I play when I'm at home, but when I go out, that little ball there, this little ball here, indicates I've got a Pokemon Go Plus gadget. which is actually in the other room. That is pinned to my coat wherever I go. And every day when I leave this house, because I've got unlimited data, so every day when I leave this house, that gets put on. The screen gets turned off, it gets put in my pocket, and while I'm walking around it's buzzing for Pokemon that I can catch and Pokestops I walk past, and I click it like crazy. So all day long I'm playing, really. Not with the phone open, but yeah, I do kind of play every day, even, like I said, like that, without playing. And now they've done the new, what do you call it? The Fit thing, where it links to Google Fit, so you can put your phone in your pocket and walk around, and it tracks your distance, which then hatches your egg. Actually, how many eggs have I got? It hatches your eggs for you. Oh no, they're not ready yet. But that's awesome and all. While she drifts around all over the place, she hatches my eggs for me from the comfort of my own home. I don't need to. She's not doing it now. I knew she wouldn't. I don't need to go anywhere, especially going out in the cold. But yeah, so me around a 4 or a 5. My mum, however, not too bad over the last few months, but I would say she's still an 8 or a 9 out of 10, definitely. Number 11. What is the most valuable thing you've hatched from an egg? Oh, so that's obviously relating to Pokemon. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. None of them really, I don't think. Oh yeah, yeah, probably my first shiny, which was a of all things, it were a Togepi. There, last year. My first shiny last year was a shiny Togepi that I hatched from an egg. How cute. But yeah, so Pikachu, Togepi and Lugia are my 3 favourites. 3 favourite Pokemon. So yeah, I'd definitely say my shiny Togepi was probably the most valuable one that I hatched. Number 12, where is the weirdest place you have found a Pokemon? Not Ben Nevis itself, but when me and Thirdman went to Scotland, just after we first started playing the game, well, I played the game, like I said, we started playing this in the July, and me and Thirdman went to Scotland in probably September, I think it were. Yes, it was September for his birthday. We went to hiking up Glen Nevis, which is like the baby mountains of Ben Nevis. We went to hiking up there, and right at the very top of one of the lookout points that we went to, I caught half a dozen Pokemon. I had an absolutely superb signal. Nowhere in Scotland did I ever have a signal as good as when we were up there. And there was a handful of Pokemon up there, so I'm like, are you serious, all the way up here and I'm catching Pokemon? Mental. And then when we went earlier on this year, we went in April for our wedding anniversary, and I was catching Pokemon all the way while we were trekking up a gorge in Fort William to Steel Waterfalls, all the way up the trek, like, yeah, the trek up there, through the gorge and everything. I was catching Pokemon left, right and centre, not actually physically on the screen on my Go Plus. I weren't watching that and walking up that at the same time. That was horrible. Well, it was fun, but oh, scary stuff, scary stuff. Actually, there's a video in the playlist. If you go to the playlist, there is a video in the, I think it's in the vlog section from Scotland, for it shows a bit of us up there in that gorge with like a goodness knows how many feet drop, like inches away from where we was having to cross at one point. Proper terrifying, but oh, what an awesome trip. What an awesome trip that we're up there. Anyway, so yes, number 13. Who do you play Pokemon Go with? Like I said, my mum, Taylor, Nikki. Hi. That's about it really, unless we meet up with local people and raid. That's about it really. And number 14, last but not least, share some tips for playing Pokemon Go. Hoard everything. Like, literally, guys. if you're going to spend money on things, because it is not a pay to play game. You can pay to play, there is a shop, you can buy things. If you pay for anything, pay to upgrade your bag for a start. Mine is completely maxed out at 2,000. I can't get any more in it, and I still don't have room for everything. But hoard everything, especially those. Max potion, when you get to these levels, max potion revive and max revive, or potions revives, you know, special potions, anything, just keep them. This game is notorious for every now and then glitching and not giving you these items from Pokestops as often as you need them, especially if you raid a lot. Keep them, do not get rid of them, keep them. And if you pay to play, the two things that I would suggest you spend your money on is them, lucky eggs and incense. If you're wanting to, it doesn't matter, guys, it really doesn't, not these days. If you want to level up quickly, pop a lucky egg on every time you evolve anything, you get double XP. They last for 30 minutes, you can do a lot of evolves in that time. Pop an incense on at the same time, you know, every time I go out, when I'm walking, not in the car, when I'm walking, I have my Go Plus on, and if I'm walking, say from here to town, it's a good 10-15 minute walk, I pop an incense on, and I'll set my Go Plus up, I'll pop an incense on, and I just wander while I'm walking, I usually put a lucky egg on at the same time. But yes, and then the boxes, if you're ever going to get a box, excuse me, it depends what you're buying them for. I only ever buy them for the incubators. Everything else I get out of them is a bonus, and right now the adventure box is probably the best one. Because them super incubators are 200 each, them are 150, you know, there's 12 in there, that's, yeah, a lot. It's more than 1480 anyway. But you don't have to pay to play, guys. I'm not advocating that. That's your choice. You don't have to pay to play. We have 3 accounts between us. I have this one. This is, like I said, the original one. Taylor has one, and then we have another one that we play. Which is, well, it's one that I actually set up to play with the grandbabies originally. And then they lost interest. I do not pay to play on any of them, and I've, you know, leveled up loads of times. There's loads of stuff you can do. You get these things from Pokestops and stuff like that anyway, so, but all I can say is hoard everything. If you don't go out and play often, if you don't want to meet up with friends, or, well, not friends, but strangers in teams and stuff like that, just hoard everything. I mean, look, can you see? I don't think you can. Yeah, I have like 387 Pokeballs, 391 Great Balls, 346 Ultra Balls. I don't need them, because I do actually go out often enough to be able to replenish my items in my bag. But if they go below 100 each, I proper panic. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't play, I haven't got enough balls. I've got loads, but if you have a Go Plus and you use it often, always make sure you stock up on your, or hoard your Pokeballs, because it uses them. It doesn't use them, it uses your Pokeballs. You don't need your Nanab berries. I keep some anyway to feed to Pokemons in the gym. I always keep it at 10. But you don't need them. If anything, I would say you don't need any of the berries apart from your pineapple berries and your pineapple berries and your silver pineapple berries. Your golden raspberries you'll get from gym battles, gym raids. There will be tasks at some stage where you need a raspberry. There's a few where you need like 106 berries or something like that. You need to give. So, but other than that, you don't really need anything else. But yeah, like I said, my main tip for anything is just hoard everything. Hoard everything. Whenever you can, go out and spin as many Pokestops as you can and just hoard everything. Throw all your berries away and stuff. Well, not all of them, but the majority of them away. Keep like 10 or 20. Throw everything else away. Keep your balls. But yeah, other than that, I don't really know what other advice to give you other than have fun, be safe, don't be reckless and stupid, Always pay attention to where you're going, obviously. Never go out and play on your own. Well, I mean, go out and play on your own, fine, but if you're gonna go to like raid groups and stuff like that with people you don't know, never go on your own. It's always more fun to play with someone else anyway. But yeah, and they probably won't like this, but like I said, if you have a phone that you have a hotspot on, you can set your hotspot up for other people to tether from you. Stick it on every now and then while you're at home. I'm turning mine off because it's not working. But yeah, like I said, stick it on every now and then whilst you're at home. Sometimes it works if I reset it. Because you just never know. Just stick your phone on charge on side, put your hotspot on and see, because sometimes they do drift. And if they do, it's awesome, because like I said, they hatch your eggs, it's awesome. But yeah, so, well, I said this video weren't going to be an hour and a half, but it is 30 minutes. But yeah, so there you go, that is my Pokemon Go tag challenge. Anybody else, I'm not going to tag anybody because I don't know anybody else who plays, who's on YouTube anyway. If you want to have a go, go ahead and do it. You know, I tag anybody who wants to have a go. Thank you to my Subbie, who, I know who she is, but she asked to remain anonymous. But thank you to my Subbie who asked for this, so it's nothing at all craft related, but it was fun. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed something a little different. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.